Hello everyone. So our today's topic of discussion is modulus. So this is one topic which I have usually observed students getting confused with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain you this in detail. I'm gonna make you understand what this function modulus stands for, how do we interpret this, and then what are the different ways of defining this. Like there's one way which is the graphical way, another way is the distance concept. Another way by which you can solve questions pertaining to modulus is critical point method. Okay, so we'll understand each and everything regarding modulus. There's going to be a bit long video, so have patience to try and understand each and everything that I'm going to explain in this video. If you have any doubts, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment box. I'll sort that out for you. Okay, so you all, let's start. So you all must have come across this function. Let's suppose if I write modulus of 5, right? There are like two vertical lines in between that. Sometimes you have a number, sometimes you have an expression, right? So this here is basically known as modulus. It's a mathematical function. Now, you would have also observed this, or probably most of you would be knowing this, that whenever you write modulus of plus minus 5, the result comes out to be 5. So typically whenever I ask this question from my students, like why the result of modulus of plus minus 5 is equal to 5, so they say that because it gives only the positive result, which is wrong. It doesn't always give the positive result, it gives a non-negative result. Okay, non-negative basically means 0 or positive. Second thing that they say, this is how it's defined, and couple of other ways in their own definitions. So what we'll try to understand is we'll first try to understand why this is equal to 5. Like there has to be a reason behind that, right? You can't simply say, okay, let me put two vertical lines, one before the number, one after the number, and the result is only the positive part or basically only the non-negative part. It doesn't work like that, right? You have to define it. So when you talk about this term modulus, what basically modulus means, when you write modulus of plus minus 5, that basically means that if on a number line you're standing on 0, if on a number line you're standing on 0, whether you walk towards positive 5 or you walk towards negative 5, whether you walk towards positive 5 or you walk towards negative 5, what will be the distance covered by you? The distance covered by you in each of the cases is equal to 5 units, right? So this result to the modulus that you see, that is 5, is this distance. Is this distance. So the result to the modulus, that is the RHS part of the modulus, is the distance between the two numbers. So if you're standing on 0, whether you walk towards positive 5 or you walk towards negative 5, what is the distance you have covered? You have covered a distance of 5 units. That's why the answer to modulus of plus minus 5 is equal to 5 units. Similarly, instead of taking plus minus 5, let's suppose if you take it to be minus 3.8 only. So that means you're standing on 0 and you have reached minus 3.8 from 0. Again the same question, how much distance have you covered? You have covered a distance of 3.8 units. If it were like plus 5.2, so from 0, how much distance you have traveled? You have traveled a distance of 5.2. So what is the result of modulus of 5.2? 5.2. What is modulus of 6.7? So let's take it to minus 6.7. Result is 6.7. So this is how you basically define modulus as a distance on a number line. Okay, now whenever we talk about this term distance, Since distance is 0 or positive, hence the result of modulus is 0 or greater than 0. Okay. So whenever you talk about modulus, like you all will come across this one expression that modulus of x is equal to x whenever x is greater than or equal to 0, and it's negative of x whenever x is less than 0. So let's try and decode this, what this means. So we're gonna solve them one by one so that you understand this and next time you don't have any problem. So you're saying that modulus of x is equal to x whenever x is greater than or equal to 0. Now understand it this way, when I say x is greater than or equal to 0, can I say that the value of x is either 0 or positive, yes or no? If I'm saying x is greater than or equal to 0, can I say x is 0 or positive? Now if x is 0 or positive, and let's suppose if I, in this place, if I'm going to put a value 0 or a positive value, so I can say that this will simply be equal to x because this is also 0 or positive value. There's no problem. For example, if I say x is 5, so you'll say modulus of 5 is equal to 5. If I say x is 8, so modulus of 8 is equal to 8. If I say x is 9, so modulus of 9 is equal to 9. If I say x is 10.632, so modulus of 10.632 is 10.632. So when x is positive or greater than 0, your mod of x is simply equal to x because the result of mod is 0 or greater than 0. So you don't have to worry about the sign whenever x is a positive, or basically whenever x is a non-negative quantity. Whenever x is a non-negative quantity, mod of non-negative quantity will always be equal to non-negative quantity. Because what is distance? Distance is non-negative. You don't have to worry about the sign. The problem comes when x is negative. That is where students starts getting confused. Let's try and understand that part also. So when I talk about the second part, that mod of x is negative. Sorry, not mod of x is negative. When x is negative, then in that case mod of x is minus x. Now understand it this way. When x is negative, I'm gonna put a negative value inside this. Let's suppose if I put minus of 5 inside this. Okay, so this will become mod of minus 5. Now when you say mod of minus 5, I know that the result of mod has to be non-negative. I know that result of mod has to be non-negative because modulus represents distance. What does modulus represent? Modulus represents distance. I know that the result of mod of minus 5 has to be a non-negative quantity. I have a value of x which is negative, but the result of mod of minus 5 is non-negative. So the point is, how can I convert this minus 5 which is equal to x into a positive quantity? Or how can I convert this minus 5 into a non-negative quantity? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put one more negative sign in front of it so that this will become minus of minus 5, and hence it gives me a positive result. So the point is, when I say mod of x is equal to minus x, x being less than 0, why mod of x is equal to minus x? The reason is that this quantity is already negative. This quantity is already negative. In order to make it positive, I have put in a negative sign in front of it. In order to make it positive, I have put a negative sign in front of it. That's the reason that mod of x is equal to minus x when x is negative, because x itself is negative. X itself is negative. In order to make it positive, I'll have to include one more negative sign. For example, let's take a couple of questions. So let's take the same values. I'm going to simply change the sign. So the first one is minus 5 mod. So minus 5 mod is basically minus of minus 5, which is equal to 5. Okay, see, you need to understand this process. Simply remembering that mod of minus 5 is equal to 5, it's not going to help you. You need to remember this process step by step. Why mod of minus 5 is equal to 5? Because whenever x is negative, we include one more negative sign in front of it in order to make it positive. Because what does mod represent? It represents distance, and distance is always non-negative. Understand the flow. Distance, non-negative. X is negative. That's why I have included one more negative sign in front of it. Similarly, mod of minus 8, it's minus of minus 8. Mod of minus 9, it's minus of minus 9. Mod of minus 10.63, mod of minus 10.632, it's minus of minus 10.632. That's why the result is positive. Okay, so what does mod represent? It represents distance. Now, since it represents distance, that is why this is how we open the modulus part, that mod of x is equal to x when x is non-negative, and mod of x is equal to negative x when x is negative. Why negative? Because the quantity x itself is negative. In order to make it positive, I have included one more negative sign in front of it. Okay, now using this, let me remove this first of all. So using this function, let's suppose I have this function y is equal to mod of x. So you can say that y is equal to x when x is greater than equal to 0, and y is equal to minus x when x is less than equal to 0. So you will get this graph automatically. Okay. So you get this graph from this equation, guys. It's not the other way around, because some students have told me, sir, it's the other way around. It's never the other way around. First you have defined the equation. Based on that equation, you have drawn the graph. Okay. So when you draw y is equal to x, your line y is equal to x is drawn as something like this. This is how you draw a line y is equal to x. When you say y is equal to minus x, y is equal to minus x is a line that is drawn something like this. This is y is equal to x, and this one here is y is equal to minus x. Now you have to take y is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. When do you have to take it? When x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now in the third quadrant, x is negative, so you will cut this part. Okay, you will not take this part. You will only take the part of the line which is in the first quadrant. Second one is y is minus x when x is negative. Y is equal to minus of x when x is negative. So in that case, x is positive in the fourth quadrant, it's negative in the second quadrant, so you will cut the fourth quadrant part. So you will basically be left with only this part, the V shape. Okay, this is how you get this graph. First you are defining it, and then you are basically finally drawing the graph. So this part is for y is equal to x, and this part is for y is equal to minus x. Alright. So this is how you basically define the modulus, the distance concept, and how do you open up the modulus. If you still have any doubts, let me know in the comment box, because sometimes this concept confuses us, and I can probably explain it in a better way. Okay, if at all it's required. So anyways, let's move on to the distance concept now. Let's discuss this in detail. So let's jump to a problem, because that's where the crux of math lies. How do you solve a problem? So let's suppose if I give you some equation as mod of x minus 4 is equal to 8. Mod of x minus 4 is equal to 8. Now first of all, like most of you would be knowing the answer to this problem, that x is either equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 4. I'm not interested in that. What I'm more interested in, that how do you solve this expression? The question is, how do you solve this expression? And even before that, how do you read this expression using the distance concept? Because you need to learn the distance concept. Okay, let's try and understand. So when I say mod of x minus 4 is equal to 8, so how will you read this? You will read this as distance between x and 4. I'm not saying minus 4. Okay, please hear me carefully. I'm saying distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. Okay, on a number line, distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. Okay, now how are we gonna draw this? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a number line. I'm gonna put 4 on the number line, and I'm gonna look for all possible values which are at a distance of 8 units. Now remember, I'm saying distance should be 8. Okay, so I'm standing here on 4. I need to walk 8 units. If I'm gonna go to my right, I'll reach 12. And if I'm gonna walk to my left, I'm gonna reach -4. If I'm gonna walk to my right, I'm gonna reach 12. If I'm gonna walk to my left, I'm gonna reach -4. So what's the value of x? X is simply equal to 12, or x is equal to -4. This is what you need to understand. So when you say mod of x minus 4 is equal to 8, that means distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. Or you can also remember it this way: whenever you have a negative sign in modulus, it represents distance. So distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. What is one value of x? One value of x is 12. What is the other value of x? Other value of x is -4. Okay, this is what you need to understand. Now you can understand it, you can also observe this, that x is -4, but still the result is 8, because what we are talking about distance, right? -4 minus a 4 mod is 8, because we are talking about distance between two quantities, and distance is always non-negative. Let's take another example. If I say mod of x minus 4 is greater than 8, okay, so what we need to understand here is that I'm not interested in answering or basically calculating the value of x. I'm more interested in how will you read the expression. Once you understand how do you have to read it, you'll understand how do you have to solve it. Once you understand how do you have to solve it, you can solve any question. So when I say mod of x minus 4 is equal to 8 units, so that again means that distance between x and 4 is greater than 8 units. Distance between x and 4 is greater than 8 units. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not very comfortable with this inequality, let's say, because usually people are not for the first time. So I'm going to remove this inequality, and I'm going to put an equal to sign here. And I'm going to draw a number line, and I'm going to put 4 somewhere on the number line. So as of now, my equation is distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. So two numbers which are at a distance of 8 from 4 are 12 and -4. So the point is, if you start from 4 and if you either reach 12 or -4, how much distance would you have covered? You would have covered 8 units either ways, right? But is the actual question about distance equal to 8? No, I need a distance greater than 8, which means I'll have to go to the right of 12 and I'll have to go to the left of -4. Again, it's about distance, guys, remember that. It's about distance. So in order to have a distance greater than 8 units from 4, I need the value of x greater than 12, or I need the value of x less than -4. Okay, these are the two values of x. Again, simply using the distance concept, nothing else. Similarly, I can also say that mod of x minus 4 is less than 8. So why don't you do one thing? You can pause the video, try this question yourself, and then play it back in order to understand. Okay, it's exactly the same as the previous one, nothing new. It's just that instead of greater than sign, I have a less than sign. Alright, let's see how we can solve this one. Now I'm not very comfortable with less than signs. I'm going to put an equal to sign in order to understand the equation first of all. So again, distance between x and 4 is equal to 8 units. Draw the number line. Put 4 somewhere here. Looking for two numbers at a distance of 8, which is 12 and minus 4. So if you're on 4 and if you reach minus 4 or 12, what distance would you have covered? You would have covered 8 units. But am I looking for a distance of 8 units? No. What I'm exactly looking for is a distance less than 8. So I'm going to stay to the left of 12 and I'm going to stay to the right of minus 4. So what are the values of x possible? X should be greater than minus 4 or x should be less than 12. Okay. So this is how you can solve questions using distance concept. Let's take a couple of more examples. I'm going to make this more interesting for you rather than giving you simple equations, because now I believe you all can solve simple equations. For example, if I give you mod of 3x by 5 minus 4 is equal to 11. Now, whenever I give a question to a student something like this, what they generally say me, they say, so why don't you multiply both sides by 5 by 3 and then solve the equation. So what's going to happen if I'm going to multiply both sides by 5 by 3? This is going to become x, no doubt in that. And this is going to become 20 by 3. This is going to become 55 by 3. Now, you can do it this way. I'm not denying that fact that distance between x and 20 by 3 is 55 by 3. And then you can simply draw the number lines. You can put 20 by 3. So one value will become 75 by 3. Another value will become minus 35 by 3. No doubt in that. But sometimes what happens, we are not very comfortable with the fractions, right? So I have an alternate way, which I feel it's an easier way in comparison to this. It has one or two extra steps, but as far as calculations is concerned, it's going to be very easy on you. So what I'm going to do is here, and remember this part, whenever you have a coefficient of x as far as question of modulus is concerned, you're going to take the entire expression equal to some other variable. You're going to take the entire expression equal to some other variable. So you can say that mod of y minus 4 is equal to 11. Now that means distance between y and 4 is equal to 11 units. So put 4 on the number line. Two numbers which are at a distance of 11 units are 15 and minus 7. So you can say that y is either equal to 15 or y is either equal to minus of 7. But now the question comes, are you looking for the value of y? No. You're looking for the value of x. So replace y. 3x by 5 is equal to 15 and 3x by 5 is equal to minus 7. X is going to give you 75 by 3 and x will be equal to minus 35 by 3. Okay, so this is a more simpler approach. The only good part about this approach is that the chance of calculation mistake is pretty less in this. Okay, because you're like simplifying your expression and then you're solving it. It has like two more steps, no doubt in that. But I personally feel it that if you're solving the questions of modulus for the first time, better do it in a simple way so that first you understand this term and then probably you can use your own methods of solving the question. All right. Similarly, like I can change this also. Let me give you another function. So what if I give you mod of minus 7 by 2x minus 12 is greater than 8. Okay. So why don't you do one thing, pause the video, try the question yourself and then play it back in order to understand how to solve the question. Alright, let me solve this one for you. So what I'm going to do in this question is I'm going to follow that same procedure. I have a coefficient of x, so I'm going to take this entire coefficient equal to, sorry, I'm going to take this entire expression equal to some other variable, for example y. So I have mod of y minus 12 is greater than 8. So draw a number line, put 12. So again, I'm not very comfortable with greater than signs, so I'm going to put an equal to sign first of all. So from 12 I'm looking for a distance of 8 units. So either it's going to be 20 or it's going to be 4. Now I'm actually looking for a distance equal to 8. No, I'm looking for a distance greater than 8. So I'll have to go to the right of 20 and to the left of 4. Which means one thing is for sure, that y is greater than 20 or y is less than 4. Now the question is, are we actually looking for the value of y? No, we're looking for the value of x. So replace y by minus 7x by 2. So let's solve them one by one. I'm going to solve first the inequality on the left. So multiply both sides by -2. Now remember that whenever you multiply by a negative quantity, your sign of inequality changes. Okay. In order to understand inequalities, you can go through my inequalities lecture. In that I have explained everything in detail. Okay. So you're gonna like multiply both sides by -2. So this will become 7x is less than minus 40. And this will give you x is less than minus 40 by 7. And for this one again I'm gonna like multiply both sides by -2. Sign of inequality will change. So 7x is greater than minus 8. X is greater than minus 8 by 7. So what are the two values of x we are looking for? We are looking for x is less than minus 40 by 7 and x is greater than minus 8 by 7. So do it the systematic way if you're learning it for the first time. If you already know all the concept, then it's your way, whichever way you want to do it. Alright, let's move on. Let's say if I now change the equation. So let me give you the equation first so that you guys can try the equation yourself. In the meantime, let me rub off the other expressions. So try this. Mod of 7x by 2 plus 12 is equal to 4. How would you solve this question? Try this one. Alright. Now the problem with this expression is that you have a positive sign in between. You have mod of 7x by 2 plus 12 is equal to 4. You have a positive sign. Couple of minutes back I told you that whenever you have a negative sign, it stands for distance. In this case, another thing which you need to remember is that whenever you have a positive sign, this does not stand for distance. This does not stand for distance. Okay. So what should we do? Because I want to solve this question using the distance concept, which means I need a negative sign. So the question comes, how do you convert a positive sign into a negative sign? So what you can do is, you can rewrite this expression as 7x by 2 minus of minus 12 is equal to 4. So in order to convert a positive into negative, you're going to use two negatives, because two negatives when multiply will give you positive. So instead of writing 7x by 2 plus 12 is equal to 4, I'm going to write 7x by 2 minus of minus 12 is equal to 4. Second thing is, I have coefficient of x. So I'm going to take this entire expression and put it equal to some other variable. This will become mod of y minus of minus 12 is equal to 4. Where what is y? Y is equal to 7x by 2. Now this expression inside the modulus basically means distance between y and minus 12. Distance between y and minus 12. This one negative stands for distance, the other negative you'll have to use it with 12. This one negative stands for distance, the other negative you'll have to use it with 12. Okay, so you're gonna put minus 12 somewhere here, looking for two numbers which are at a distance of 4 units from minus 12. One will be minus 8, one will be, sorry, minus 8 has to be the other side. One has to be minus 8, other has to be minus 16. So you can say that y should be either equal to minus 16 or it should be equal to minus 8. But are we looking for the value of y? No, we are looking for the value of x. So I can say that 7x by 2 is equal to minus 16 or 7x by 2 is equal to minus 8. So x will be minus 32 by 7 or x will be equal to minus 16 by 7. Okay, again going step by step. You have a positive, convert it into two negatives, you have a coefficient of x, take the entire expression equal to another variable, then solve for the other variable, then convert it back into the form of x. This is what you need to do in this question. Alright. So this is the distance concept. There are more questions which we'll be practicing, but as far as the concept is concerned, this is all that you need to know as far as distance concept is concerned. Alright.